Hello, my dears. My name is Joanna, and I welcome you to Johanna Takonis, the Deconstruction of C-PTSD podcast. In this episode, we will talk about introspection, one of the most useful tools you ever get in your life in general, not just for PTSD. It is the same base mechanic EMDR uses and helps you to process anything so much faster and more. So it is very useful. Most of the time, it is about utilizing the tools we have in the best way possible. We of course will cover only the basics, unless there is one for more. So let us talk about it. Now, if you are thinking at the moment how you are supposed to wiggle a finger in front of yourself to achieve this effect, I have good news for you. The finger wiggling in front of the eyes is not really necessary, as it is debated in studies. We'll link it in the description. It can be just as effective to fix it at the spot in the wall. Let us call it the introspection mode for now, as it, as far as I know, has no official name, and this is my favorite thing, as it can be used for so many things and it's just so incredibly useful. It is basically you disabling the world around you and letting your brain go into overtime, like it does at night. But in this mode you are controlling where it is heading, meaning you can process anything, work projects, trauma, daily problems, riddles, and so on. Remember the whole we are not using 100% of our brain? While not really accurate, this is the closest we get to actually using it. In this mode, you can tackle and solve issues that are impossible to deal with regularly or just greatly speed up regularly solving. You can access also more memories and control over emotions. There are many ways to reach this mode, and everyone has their own best way. We talk about that first, and then how to best use it in regards to PTSD. So first, how do we get into the introspection mode? Like I said, it can be done in many ways. Focusing out on a wall, doing a hobby that just keeps your hands busy, meditating of course, self-hypnosis, daydreaming, the right music, or whatever you can come up with. Now, how do you know you have reached that mode? Were you ever so gone that someone had to touch you or shout at you to make you come back? Like everything disappeared? Sounds, smells, the people around you and the like? That is basically it. Your goal is to disable the outside world as much as possible while still having a foot in that door that keeps you connected and allows you control over it all, which is usually lacking during the same mode at night. So you are basically sleeping while still awake. Taking care of stimuli from outside, especially seeing, but also smelling, keeping track of what's going on, takes a huge toll on our brain and costs a lot of energy and attention, which we tune out to be able to really focus on what we need to. It is sort of a controlled daydreaming. Might be not so far off, as in daydreaming we also create scenarios and tune the world out. It is daydreaming with you taking charge of the direction. What is also very common is that once you enter that mode, the thoughts and issues you suppress and distract you from will become louder and louder, as this is a working mode to get stuff done, and it is perfect for that purpose. Which leads us to the second point, about how to best use this mode for PTSD. As mentioned before, it increases your capacities, better emotional control, better memory access, your problem-solving speed, and allows you to tackle problems directly, which is a huge benefit on its own. but it also lets us do things that are impossible otherwise. Visualize our problems, trauma, and the like. Within seconds, you can create scenarios to walk through your problem, or, more importantly, through your trauma, or trigger, or wherever you are stuck. While you can summon scenarios, so to speak, I usually recommend letting the brain create them and you going along, as it usually goes to things that are already getting worked on and therefore most close to getting solved. It did the prep, so to speak. It is showing you what it is showing you for a reason, and not showing you things also for a reason. Like everything, you need to learn and get the hang of it. With experience, you can pretty much hop in and out of it. It is a thing of balance. A sort of gliding and going with the flow. If you go down the wrong path, you will go against the stream and disconnect. So if you are feeling you are slipping away, it might be because you are moving away from the issue and the scenario. Like I said, this episode is here to cover the absolute basics. I can do step-by-step tutorials or go by example. Just let me know if there's any interest for that. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it helpful. Hope you are safe and well. And as always, if you have any questions or feedback and the like, please let me know at contactme@johannatacoins.com. More information and transcript you can find, as usually, under johannatacoins.com/podcast/. Information regarding therapy you can find under johannatacoins.com/therapy/. And links are in the description. I hope to see you next time. Watch yourself and have a wonderful time.